I don't even know where to start. I want my country back, first of all. Right? And the world's falling apart, secondly, morally falling apart. I had the opportunity to speak on the 4th of July at a Tea Party rally up in Course something.
Course Gold Village.
What?
Course Gold Village.
Oh, yeah, Course Gold Village. It's up by Fresno, California area. And everybody at the Mama showed up. It was really a great rally. The thing I liked about it and appreciated about it, I remember when I was a little boy, and it is so true, it just blows my mind. And we got our first black and white TV. And I used to see white people on the 4th of July waving flags and being all happy about America. And I'm like, wow, I want to do that. I really said it as a kid. And because on the 4th of July in Alabama, we go and hang out, but we just play drums and dance and play ball and not really wave no flag. You never see a flag. And I wanted to do that because it looked like white people really appreciated America. And so now that I'm doing that on the 4th of July, I'm like, oh, wow, there's nothing better than this. No ribs, no sweet potato pie or what's that, macaroni and cheese. Nothing is better than fighting for your country on the 4th of July, Independence Day, right? And so I had a good time. I talked to the people about how they gotta get over fear and stand up because most white Americans are afraid to tell the truth. And I'm sure a lot of blacks and others are like that too, but they are really afraid to tell the truth about black Americans or to black folks and to them. And they have friends who are black, they're married to black people, and they still are afraid to tell the truth to black people for fear of being called racist. And I said to them, don't you understand that that's why we're losing this battle? The one thing that God has done is taken fear out of love so that we can win the spiritual battle in our private lives and personal lives. And it never fails. Most of them raise their hands and say that they have this fear. And they ask me all the time, what should I say to black people? What to say, what to do? And they buy my book, Scam, because they're looking for talking points. They're like, are there talking points in your book to say to black people? And it's just mind-blowing to me. And I asked, how many of you are Christians? And nearly everybody in the crowd raised their hands as being a Christian. And I say to them, there's nothing special to say to black people. You say to them exactly what you would say to your own folks, to your family members, to your friends, your white friends. You tell the truth. Really, that's the only thing that's going to free them up. But they are afraid of being called racist, and they are afraid of black people's anger. They're afraid how they're going to react to it. One lady came over to me after the speech and said she has a friend, a black male friend that she's been friends with for over 20 years, and she's absolutely in fear of telling him the truth. That every time she tries, he shut her down by calling her racist, and she's just afraid. She's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm like, well, tell him the truth, and if he's a friend, he will hang around. If he's not a friend, he would be gone. And that would be good for you. And if you were a friend, you would tell him the truth, because the truth will either bring the friendship closer or tear it apart. And if you tear it apart, you were never friends anyway. But there's nothing special to say to black people. They're not like, I know some of them may act like animals, but they're not animals. They're like human beings with spirits too. And that spirit needs to hear the truth. That makes sense? Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering, do you find this more so since there's a black president?
Yes, even more so since I have a black president. It's amazing. It's just running rampant. And they're like, oh, you can tell them the truth because you are black. I'm like, black people don't listen to me either. Only those who are seeking the truth listen to the truth, recognize the truth when they see it. But it has nothing to do with color. And so I'm wondering today, And I was telling them, this is the greatest country in the world. Everybody and their mama are trying to get here. And I'm thinking, with my life, I'm uneducated. I grew up on a plantation. I remember when laws were against us. And yet I have the best life that one could possibly have because I live in America. Where else could an uneducated man or woman do what they want to do and still have a great life? And it's worth fighting for. And we have the power to fight it because God is with us. He really is. He's with us. And so they say to me, oh, no, the blacks only listen to other blacks. No, they don't. Some do, most don't. Because they hate truth. They don't care who it's coming from. They don't want the truth. And there are a few who want the truth, so you got to tell the truth. And I find this happening in family members and friendships and just liars. If you're not of the truth, you're of the lie. And don't let Satan deceive you that you're of the truth when you're of a lie, when you're unable to be honest with one another. There was something else I wanted to say about that. Oh, and they say, oh, you're so brave, you're so brave. I'm only brave because God has allowed me to be that way. I was afraid too. I know what it's like to be afraid to lose somebody or lose something by telling the truth. But as of today, and 25 years ago, and up until today, there's not one person or one thing on earth that I would rather hold on to and let the truth go. Nothing. Nothing at all. As of today, from 25 years ago when I woke up. And I love people. I like hanging out. I like having fun. I like eating. I like all those things. I like having friends. But I love the truth more because it made me free. It detached me from the world. And it allowed me to see. And so when I'm out there speaking, I don't think of fear. It just doesn't occur to me to be afraid. It doesn't even occur to me to be afraid. And I don't feel like I'm attacking and being mean. It's just I'm telling you what it is. And if you disagree, I'm okay with that too. I don't even get mad about that because I want that to happen. We got to do it. That makes sense? Yes, Jesse. Most people don't believe it. I'm telling you, it's real. It is absolutely real. We are a living being, and we have a bit of his nature within us. Once you lock in, you're locked in. You start living the other way. But you got to be still and know. You got to take the pain of truth so you can see that you're wrong. Don't fight against it. Don't be mad about it. Put up no resistance to it so that he can come in and save you. Any little fight that you put up against truth, you're never going to become friends with it. You got to take the pain of being wrong. You got to know that your heart is wicked and don't do anything else about it. Don't deny it and just learn to be still so that he can change you. And then all these things will be added into your life. It really, really will. And you can't even understand it with your mind. You cannot intellectually understand the things of God at all. And so when you're hearing this, you think, oh yeah, that's nice, I can word on. You can't understand it. Words doesn't explain the love and the depths of what God can do for you and will do. And I want to use the word weird because it's just so interesting. It's just mind-blowing how it will work for you. Just like Eve was working on your behalf when you're one with it, God will work on your behalf when you're one with him. And there's a willingness to stand alone without thinking about a willingness to stand alone. You want people to be involved. You want to be involved with others. But when it doesn't work that way, it's fine. And you'll see people turning against you on every side, every corner. It would be hard to really just join different groups and things because the moment you say something they don't like, they're going to throw you out. Or you'll just leave. But God is with you. You still wish them well. You wish your family members well. It is an amazing way to live. It really, really is. And Christ made it possible. Of yourself, you could do nothing. Did you have a question about that? What he read?
No.
Oh, so you're looking weird. What are you thinking? Nothing?
I don't have questions
okay.
after that.
But I want you to know that. Know thyself, relax with life, don't put up a fight. I mean, with your own personal overcoming. Put up a fight for our country. But it's a spiritual battle, and we are headed downhill really fast. We really are, as a country and as a people. We are going downhill because the Christians are afraid. And they are afraid because they don't have perfect love. In perfect love, there's no fear, no doubt. So cut it out. When you pray, be still and know the truth, and allow God to do the rest. Thank you so much for being with me. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. You can get involved by calling 800-411-2663, 800-411-BOND.